Hi, everybody. It's September 22nd, and thank you for joining us for Ask Us Anything. And we're getting ready to take off again for a month.
It's going to be a very busy week.
It sure is.
Is it officially fall now?
It's September 22nd. Today was the first day of fall, so
Today?
yes, it is.
I thought it was supposed to be the 21st.
And yesterday in Michigan was summer, and today was definitely a fall day.
Oh, well, it is. It's got lots of you joining us. Oh, I love seeing that when I pop on the chat and I see all sorts of stuff. So we'll kind of get to all of those things in a couple of minutes. Let me tell you about what's coming up. First of all, if you should be a member of the RV Lifestyle community, because all of these are listed there with details and how to RSVP. But we have a whole bunch of things coming up. The community is right here. There's so much that we do there now. We just had a fabulous conversation about the latest as of October 2024, the latest in internet access for RVers. We had a live discussion there Thursday night that was phenomenal. We'll put some highlights on our podcast this week, but if you're not a community member, it's worth it going to join and just look at the replay of that. But it was even more fun live when you could ask questions. We have so many things coming up. First of all, you, my dear, are doing the next live feed on the community on Thursday night. What's that going to be all about?
It's girl talk, just for girls.
Oh, guys,
no guys allowed.
They can come. Guys can come. We will. We're going to crash it. What are you going to talk about?
Whatever anybody wants to talk about.
Well, it says you're going to be talking about preparing for an RV trip.
Well, yeah.
But girls never do stick to an agenda, do you?
Well, preparing for
an... Okay. I can't talk about that.
No.
Well, anyway, Jennifer will be on with a solo live stream, and we're billing it for women only, but obviously everybody can go. That's 7:00 Thursday night. And however, there always are a limit to how many live streams you can do with how many people. So get on there, make sure that you RSVP. Just look, when you get to community, look at events, you'll see Jennifer's, click the RSVP. That's Thursday night. Friday night, we kick off what we call our week of meetups, mini meetups. This is an idea that Wendy and Phyllis came up with, and it's a great idea. We are all over the country with this community, and we are going to try and do on a fairly regular basis meetups for a couple, 3 hours at sometimes people's houses, sometimes a coffee shop, a brewery. In our case, we're starting it off Friday night at a brewery in Southwest Michigan. We picked one in Paw Paw, Michigan. Warner's Vineyards, and it's in the middle of grape harvest season. That's the center for the wine industry in Southwest Michigan. Southwest Michigan wines are very good, and we're going to do it there, and we're going to meet Friday night. But that's one of a whole bunch of different meetups that we do for a whole week. We start at Friday night. We have a couple Saturday. We got Sunday. Phyllis is doing one Sunday. We've got one the following Wednesday. It goes all the way, I think, through October 2nd. And they're in, I hope I have it right, Michigan, Ohio, Texas, Iowa, and Arizona. And I may have missed one in there, but it's all under the events tab. Go there and pick the one that you can attend. And again, RSVP. So the hosts, in our case, we need to know how big of a table to get for everybody so we can see how many are coming. And please do that and try and do that, today, tomorrow, so that we can get a hold of the people who are hosting all this and they can plan for you. And it will be fun. And it's a chance to meet and connect face to face with other RVers near you. And that's our big plan for then. And then we take off. We host that Friday, and then we take off next week. We're going to Sunday. We're leaving. We'll be on the road when we do Ask Us Anything next week, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure where we'll be, but we're on our way to Tennessee, and we're going to spend some time on our property in Tennessee at Loblolly Ridge. We haven't been there since April.
I know, it's been a long time.
Been doing too much other traveling, so we were anxious to get there and chill out for a few days. And then from there, we're going down to Navarre, Florida for I think it's the first full week of October for our fall RV Lifestyle in-person meetup, camping meetup, where we will meet and camp at a great resort right on the waters across from the Gulf Islands National Seashore in Navarre, Florida. Beautiful area, beautiful time to be there. So lots coming. But it all starts, all the stuff, community.rvlifestyle.com, and check that regularly because the events list all the stuff that we're up to and doing. And we've got so many other things and features that we're introducing there. And we love this community. So different. All right. Enough about us. Should we get to the questions?
Why not?
All right. Let's see what you got. Road trip buddy.
What's for dinner? We had meatballs and spaghetti.
And talk about, they weren't just meatballs.
Homemade meatballs. I believe meatballs need to be homemade.
Oh, we're talking.
He loves spaghetti and meatballs. So I made your day.
I think it's my favorite meal.
I spent all afternoon making meatballs.
We haven't had.
It was worth it to see your little happy face.
And road trip, I had a little extra road trip buddy just for you. It was really, we haven't had that for a long time.
A long time.
It was really good.
Because it's been summer.
Do we have leftovers? Can we have more?
Oh, yeah. I got to keep from being me saying, oh, the easy thing is let's eat this until it's all gone, which will be day after day after day. I got to not do that.
Jennifer?
I know you'd be happy.
It could be all gone right after the show if you want.
That's true.
I love that.
You love spaghetti and meatballs.
Raphael in California, Central California, somewhere in Visalia, California. Hi, Raphael.
Sounds like a wonderful place to be.
Sounds like you're camping, man. That sounds awesome. Enjoy. Thank you for being with us on this Sunday night. Our friend Despina Reyes is, I think, she'll be with us in the Gulf.
Mm-hmm. Can TPMS sensor damage the valve system and valve stem and may result in catastrophic tire failure? We were told this by an RV tech. Consequently, they haven't installed it.
Yes,
it's true.
Well, ask Jerry Wilson. And that's all I'm saying. Despina will tell you more about it in person, or Jerry will, I'm sure. But yes, that's exactly what can happen. If you hit something on the road and it bounces up and it hits that valve stem, it can result in catastrophic tire failure. All the air comes out of it at once, and you get a flat tire. And yes, that can happen. That's one of the problems with those stick-on sensors. The best TPMS system is one that is in the tire itself. And on your Unity, do you not have one? I think you have one. I think they come with it. At least they did on the ones we had. So you may already have it. Go through your manual and check. Short of that, many other people have TPS systems that use the valve stem transponder to go to the signal, the little device you have in your, they send it wirelessly to your tow vehicle or the front of your vehicle. But yes, that is the problem with the valve stems.
So
ask Jerry Wilson.
Price difference, inside the tire, how much, do you know?
It's a little touchy because some places don't sell those. They then have to coordinate that and sync them up with your car, with your truck or your tow vehicle. In the Mercedes, I believe that's a standard. At least all the ones we had TPMS in it. I don't know if the Wonder did, but the two Unities did. The Mercedes did. But short of that, they would have then a wireless receiver you could have. But you need to talk to, depends on what kind of a RV you have and how it all works. When I say ask Jerry Wilson, it wasn't Jerry's fault. It was the person who was in front of Jerry, which is us. And
hey, I want none of this credit.
Okay, it was me. And I'm not explaining how this happened, but it was my problem. And Jerry's problem. It became Jerry's problem. And yes, that's exactly what happened with the TPMS sensors. And I'm not talking about it, so don't ask any more questions. And Despina, I'm not going to, that's just now. But anyway, you can ask Jerry when you see him. Jeff Newman from Grand Rapids up the road here.
Hello from beautiful, colorful Sleeping Bear Dunes National
Park Pass, first time use.
Mm-hmm. See you Friday in Paw Paw.
Jeff will be at our mini meetup in Paw Paw on Friday night. Great, Jeff. We look forward to seeing you guys. That will be fun. Raphael in California says,
We're going to Colorado in October.
enjoy. What a great place to go. You'll be able to see all those aspens in yellow. Inca Schultz.
Question, where did you get the mount for the antenna on the truck?
Oh, I did a video yesterday on, I installed a ham radio and a GMRS radio in my new truck, the Beast. We mounted both radios, had them professionally done, and I got an antenna mount for them that has dual antennas on it, and it goes over the back, the third light over the back of the cab on my Ford F-350. And I got that mount from Fireproof Diesel, or I'm sorry, Bulletproof Diesel. Bulletproof Diesel. And it's, if you search Bulletproof Diesel dual antenna mount, they also have single ones, you'll learn all about it. They're very expensive. That's all I'm going to say. The antenna mount costs almost as much as it costs to have it professionally installed, have it and my radios professionally installed. But you can see that video on YouTube. It's up there right now. But Bulletproof Diesel, and it's a very slick mount. I really have to say, even the professional installers said that that was the best mount they've ever seen for two-way radios.
Okay, now when you sell the truck, that stays with the truck?
I can take it out. No, it doesn't.
Won't be holes someplace
Nope,
that,
no,
okay.
no. All
And
hidden.
no.
Yep. It could stay with the truck, but I'll probably take it. Randy Dexter.
Good evening from North Carolina. Cannot wait to see everyone in Florida. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm looking for the U.S. Navy Blue Angels flying around. The next week they'll be flying around. I wish we would have done this a week later, because then they're going to be practicing.
Yeah, they're practicing next week. I think it's their last week is next week, and then our gathering's the week after. And I believe they go from their main home base, which is Naval Air Station Pensacola, to their winter home base, which is out in California. And I believe they probably fly that out after next week, but they will be flying next week. Hey, we have to announce our sweepstakes, and I don't have them here. I actually have them down in the podcast studio. So,
Oh dear.
but we're giving away, and we have one more week to tell you all about this. From Waggle, we have two winners.
Would you like me to go get them? Or?
No, it's
Okay.
too far to go and bring it back. The first is the brand new Waggle camera, or the Waggle pet monitor. The camera's coming up as the second prize. The Waggle pet monitor, which I have one sitting right on, to move your water here, but right over on the right side of that window. See that little black thing right there? That is a Waggle pet monitor. And from that, I can use my smartphone and immediately know what the temperature and the humidity is inside the RV. And I can also get an alert. If the temperature suddenly goes too high and Bo is in here, I will know and have time. You can set your own threshold. So if you have it set to say 87, I think that's what I have it set. It's I can see, oh my gosh, it's going up to 87 in there. I better go because it's going to get hotter. So it's peace of mind for your pet. And it really is. We've had one for 5 years. This is their latest version. It's awesome. We're giving one of those away, and we'll announce the winner next week. And then second prize is a brand new offering from them. It is a smaller camera, a Waggle Cam, which is voice activated and sound activated, and you can have motion activated. So if your dog is running all over the place, or if you want to use it as a security camera, somebody's walking in your RV that shouldn't be there, you'll know. It'll send you an alert. So we're giving both of those away next week. These are two prizes, two winners, and the winner is next week. That's how you enter. Multiple ways to enter, and no charge or anything to enter. So go and just go and enter that, and you should be awesome. They're great prizes.
Just wondering where the Bo is.
I saw him running around outside. So
Okay, I thought you were going to bring him in the rig.
I tried, but
He wouldn't come.
he was on the scent of some animal.
Oh boy.
Steve Egbert says it's still summer here, wherever here happens to be, according to the temperature. I think Steve's in California. So, well, the temperature, it's still pretty warm here too. It's just started to rain. Chris Mondo Biondo out there in Kansas.
Hello from Wichita, Kansas, Amy and Chris. And I ordered Starlink, and it arrives tomorrow to surprise Amy.
Well, I think he's announcing it to Amy right now. Amy, congratulations. Well, you'll find Starlink, particularly out there, great. It's great everywhere. That place it's sometimes difficult is back east, where there's a lot of congestion and if there's a lot of tree cover, it doesn't work well through the trees. But we're coming to you tonight by Starlink. We're in our Montana fifth wheel, and look at that. That's the slide for our bedroom right there, and we're on Starlink now.
Put a map up there with all the states we visited, or we ought to put something interesting. On that slide.
We could make it a bulletin board, buy our books, rvlifestyle.com/books. No. Jeff Carey.
Jeff says, hello, I missed the internet podcast on Thursday. And can you tell me where I would find a replay of that?
Go to the community, Jeff, community.rvlifestyle.com. Look on the left side, scroll down, you'll see internet for RVers. Click that. Can't miss it. It's right there. You didn't look hard, Jeff. It's easy to find. Go get it. I'm glad you want to see it. Carol Hahn.
Hello from Perrysburg, Ohio. Looking forward to our meetup in Northwest Ohio this coming weekend.
And Carol is co-hosting one, I think, in Perrysburg. Go check that. It's on the events page. And again, hit RSVP so people know you're coming. You want to let people know that you're coming to that so that they don't have a table that's too small or too large, and they want to make sure everybody's good. So go RSVP to the meetup nearest you. Jennifer Lane Riefler.
I am looking for a compact, drivable camper.
Well, there are probably 75 on the marketplace right now, Jennifer. So you got a lot of looking to do. There are a whole bunch. You want a Class B. So look for a Class B RV. That's what you'll find. And if you want it compact, the one you want one that's about 19 feet. That's as small as they make them. And that's a perfect one. And there are probably 50 on the market. So
if you're not in a hurry, you've got the Tampa RV show, and there's other RV shows that are coming up out there. Go online, do your homework, have fun.
Yep. Everybody's Bs are very popular, Class Bs. So lots of them out there in the marketplace. And look for, I think, a 19 footers is what you'd want if you want something really smaller. Carol Fife.
Hello from Chesterland, Ohio. I won't be able to make the Ohio get-together, but I can't wait for Florida.
All right. See you there, Carol. That will be fun. Witch Doctor 420.
100% newbie here. My wife and I are looking into full-time RVing. Just wanted to say hi.
Well, keep looking. It's fun. Always start off by not full-timing and then kind of work your way up. But welcome. And I'm glad you found us. And we have lots of resources here, and our YouTube channel, our blog, our community, people who will be happy to walk you through, answer any of the questions you got. So welcome aboard, and thank you for letting us know you're out there. And good luck on the decision. Take your time. Half the fun is looking and anticipating. So you'll have a great time.
So I take it they must camp now.
Must, hopefully. Christine Berger.
Hi, Mike. It seems you like to discuss electronics, lithium. Your thoughts on this Xantrex?
Xantrex versus Victron versus Mastervolt. I'm familiar with Xantrex. I'm familiar with Victron. Mastervolt, no. And I guess what I would tell you is we're big fans of Victron. Between the two, only because I've had such good experience with Victron. I don't review all of them, but I have used Victron numerous times, and I'm a big fan of theirs. That's my favorite. I love the way they work with apps. I think Xantrex does the same. I do have no experience or knowledge about Mastervolt, but Xantrex and Victron are the big names out there. The biggest name, those are really names of the inverters and the converters and the solar chargers. In terms of lithium batteries, I would probably look at Battleborn. They have been a sponsor of ours for 6-7 years now, many years. And we've used Battleborn since we first heard about them. We have 2 of them in this RV. We've had them in every RV we've had for the past 10 years now. So Battleborn is the name of the lithium batteries we like. If you want to learn more about lithium, go to rvlifestyle.com/lithium, rvlifestyle.com/lithium, and it will give you a pretty quick explanation on what to look for. And then you pair those Battleborns with the solar controller and the inverters. And both Xantrex and Victron make both of those, and excellent brands. So I can't vouch for Mastervolt, but I can for Xantrex or Victron. And again, Victron's our favorite. KK Kayak.
Hello from Wisconsin.
Hey, K. Okay, KK. Gibbs Gaming.
Hello from Forest Hill, Maryland. Almost have my 18-gram 250.
2500.
Well, 2500.
6.7 crew cab, long bed prep.
Ready to go. Waiting for weight distribution parts for a week trip in at a Jellystone
In Quarryville, Pennsylvania. Well, there you go. You'll get there before they close. Most of the parks up north close by the end of October. So
First of October, mid-October, end of October.
Yeah, 1st October in the farther north, 15th in the Midwest north, middle states, middle north, I guess. And then most of them by the end of October until you get way in warm weather where it doesn't freeze. Have a great time. And I'm glad you got it prepped. Witch Doctor 420.
Are there groups or memberships for RVers that is maybe a good idea to learn about FT
Full-time living.
FT living?
Yeah, ours, community.rvlifestyle.com. There's lots of full-timers on there. Ask your questions. They'll answer. They'll help you. They'll teach you. You'll learn much just by lurking. community.rvlifestyle.com.
And they'll be delighted to help you.
They will. That's the thing about our group. It's not like Facebook where people get angry, and if you ask a question that almost if you ask any question, there's all these naysayers out there on Facebook, but that doesn't happen in our group. It doesn't ever happen. And Pelican.
Okay. A tow to repair shop, waiting for them to open on Monday. It may be a loose tie rod, traveled 11,000 miles so far on some bad roads and high winds. Hope to get back on the road soon. Oh, that's a bad situation.
I wonder where you're standing. Are you in the RV or are you in the parking lot? Wow. Yeah, it always happens.
Yeah.
It may be a loose tie rod. Well, I'm sure if you got it in a repair shop, you should know tomorrow. So I'm glad you're not stuck on the side of the road, Ann. And wherever you are, just count this as a little respite and a time to refresh and restore and get things fixed. Terry Gillis.
Since you made us,
Since you nor us made it
to the Hershey RV show, what top themes have you heard?
None.
Yeah, we didn't. There wasn't like nothing really came out.
No, there was very little new. Some new colors. Woohoo! This was one of the most non-news Hershey shows I have heard in our 12 years. We chose not to go, and we've given our reasons several times, and those reasons turned out to be absolutely right on why we didn't go. And there really has not been much that has come out of it at all. So I don't know what to say now. There's some new, everybody puts new paint on, but very little innovation at all. In fact, I can't think of one major piece of innovation that I heard of the show that people are saying, wow, did you see that? So it's a great place to go, but not a lot of differences in what we're out there that we've already seen. So the reasons we do like to go to the Hershey show is to meet people and to talk to people. But it's the main reason we didn't go is just impossible to really cover and do reviews. You can't get access to the vehicles. If you're going to really do a review, you want to really do a review, and it's really not a good time and a good place for people to do reviews that do full-time serious reviews. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Does it? Okay. So nothing. If you didn't go, I don't think you missed anything. Except, it's a happening. It's a lot of fun. James Massey.
Congrats on Camper's Choice Award. The best always comes to the top.
Oh, well, thank you, James.
It's very kind of you.
We are very honored that we won 2 Camper's Choice Awards. The best RV blog, family RV blog. Was it family? I think so. Family RV, and then the best YouTube channel. And that's because people like you, James, who hopefully voted for us. And thank you for that. Thanks for saying congrats. We're very honored about that. Linda Ward.
Hello, Linda. Hello from Waterloo, New York. Headed to an LTV rally on the St. Lawrence Seaway, having a great time in the Finger Lakes. I would be surprised if you didn't have a great time in the Finger Lakes. It's a beautiful area, and you're going to have a great time at the LTV rally.
Yep. Enjoy, Linda.
Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, they all are good.
I kind of envy being out east.
Yeah, well, we had a good time out east.
We had fun.
Yeah, we did. Thanks, Linda. Big Jim Slade.
Okay, we have a Wolf Pup travel trailer with a fold-down cargo rack, and the spare tire is attached to the cargo rack. Problem is, what to do with the spare tire when traveling with the rack folded down?
I'm not sure I got
put
this.
It inside.
Fold-down cargo rack. And the spare tire is attached to the cargo rack.
So if the cargo rack is down,
I don't know.
I guess if you're hauling a bike or something, or I'm not quite sure.
Why is the?
What do you do with the spare tire? Put it inside.
Yeah, put it inside, I guess. What do you tow it with? Put it inside the tow vehicle. I can't picture that because if it's on
rack, cargo rack.
I guess the cargo rack must be folded up against the truck, and
and then it comes.
I need a picture, Jim. I don't know. Put the tire in the truck that you tow it with. That's the simplest thing, I guess. I don't know.
That sounds like a real design problem.
It sounds like a really wacko design. So I don't know what to tell you with it.
But I'm happy you have a spare tire.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. Is there something like a basic mechanical class for RVers? Yes. Yes, there are. Go to our partners page on our website, and you can find the RV Training Academy. They're right there. They have a couple of downloadable courses taught by their experts. This is the company that trains RV mobile techs. One of them is for RV owners, and it's a home study course that you can take at your own speed that'll bring you up to speed on literally anything you need to know about maintaining and repairing, doing basic repairs. And then they even have an advanced course. So we really recommend those guys. They are experts. They know what they're talking about, and it's the best training that we can recommend.
And good for you wanting to get some training before you take off.
Very wise to do that. Yep, it is. It's really good to do that because we need to know more. Susie and Jerry.
Have you heard or seen the RV TV channel? Have you heard or seen that? The RV TV channel?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been asked by the RV TV channel to provide content? Would you provide content?
I think early on they did. And Susie and Jerry, we do as much as we can, keeping up with our own channel. So I can't do any more for somebody else. I don't really know those guys. I think I've run into them a couple of times. We've talked and they've introduced themselves to us. And once they approached us to do something, but I have enough trouble. You know how busy I am. You guys, you hang with us. So I just don't have time to do any more content. So they've got their channel and we've got ours. But thanks for asking. Sharon Childress.
Hello from Branchville in Northwest New Jersey. Another beautiful day here. Enjoy your trip to Tennessee and Florida. Wish we could have joined you in Florida. Well, I wish you could have too, Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon is, I think, going with us in September 2025 on our great fancy RV tour of the Great River Tour that traces the Mississippi River from Minnesota down to New Orleans. So we'll see you then, Sharon. Thanks for checking in. Monica Guerra.
How can I lock my curtain door when I leave?
I don't know.
I want to know my things will be safe.
I don't know what you mean by a curtain door.
I think you probably mean the screen that hangs there like a curtain. I think
you
you
mean
can't.
if you leave the door open and the screen down, you should shut the door.
Yeah, you
when
got to
leave,
lock her up.
if that's what you mean. But
if you mean curtain meaning screen,
you mean, yeah,
you're going to have to shut the big door. Do you want some water?
no, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, as near as I know, every RV has a door, a real door, boom, slam. And the only thing we can think of that you mean by a curtain door is a screen door, as a screen that comes down and they
Or
latch
else
together.
both sides and they come together.
Just lock your main door.
And you do want to lock it up because you go away, somebody's probably watching.
Yeah.
Might decide to go see what you got.
Yeah. I came back. There we go. That's the mute switch. Did it work, Phyllis? Did it work? She's laughing at me. Sometimes I like to mess with Phyllis and we go, and you can't see Phyllis, but she's, That's how we did. Carol Fife.
Okay, my 2020 Tiffin Wayfarer Mercedes does not have the TPMS, but apparently they started offering it on the 2025s. Isn't that the way it goes?
That's Tiffin. I know the leisure travel vans, the two that we had, the two FX Unities, both, I think we had a 23 and a 21, both had TPMS. So I guess it's up to the manufacturer whether they offer you that built-in TPS in the tire TPMS. So it's too bad they didn't give it to you.
That's always the way,
isn't it? Yeah. And again, we've been talking about these manufacturers. They will chintz.
But now they have it.
Well, now they have it, but before they probably had, because the competition had it, so they probably had to have it. And Tiffin, that's a pretty good brand. You would think that they would have had that. But
the Mercedes and everything.
Yeah. Matt Blau.
Does your rig allow you to remotely control the AC or heat when the waggle alerts you?
No, no. It alerts me, and I got to come home.
And you got to get home.
Make sure there's a reason why it's not working. Plug in the whatever it is that would have caused the AC not to work. But,
so when you go away and you have a pet, you don't want to go too far away.
You don't want to be 3 hours away. Yeah.
And you want to be able to receive the messages.
Mm-hmm. And we've used it like if we go to the beach or if we go to a museum on the road someplace, a restaurant, we're going to go eat or we're going to run in and do some shopping, and it's just peace of mind. And we'll check the temperature even ourselves if we don't get an alert, but it's just peace of mind that everything's cool for both. That's good. Steve Egbert.
The live stream last Thursday was very informative. I am going to order Starlink as well for the areas with poor cell service.
Well, one of the things they said, Steve, that if you saw that live stream, I was really impressed that cellular now is better than Starlink if you're in a good cell phone coverage area. But if you're not, Starlink is there. And it's been our experience that when we're just cell phone, if we're in a good area, particularly T-Mobile, which has really come along, it's fabulous. But, you can suddenly get an overloaded cell signal. Ours is a mix of, it takes the best of cell or Starlink. And actually we have two, it takes T-Mobile or Verizon or Starlink, and whatever is the best signal is what it prioritizes. But Starlink has just been awesome for us. We used it all up and down the Maritimes with no problems at all. Great connection everywhere. And you'll enjoy it. Sarah Robert.
Do you feel that there is a certain time to sell your RV and get a new one?
How do I answer that? No, I think it's when you suddenly see you see something that you want more, or that
so that could be every 6 months.
Yeah, that could be. But it's something that that takes you to a different level. In our case, this is our Montana. We had a different brand before that. We loved it. It was the first fifth wheel we got, the Arcadia. It was great. But we liked a couple of things about the Montana. It's a little higher end unit, and it had the capacity, the unit we had for a washer dryer, which we added this year, which made all the difference in the world for long trips. And then just the layout of it. If after a while you say, "Well, I'd like something a little different layout wise," so that's how we run. We have no plans to get rid of this Montana at all because honestly, it's met all of our needs. We have been in much more expensive units, and we have seen nothing that makes us say, "Wow, we want that instead." So do we have a limit to how many years you keep an RV?
No, we don't, because for years I used to not like it. I didn't get as excited about having new as Mike did, because I just settle in and get comfortable. And then we were asked to test another model. We did a lot of prototypes.
In our early years when we were with Road Trek, the old Road Trek, before that company went, maybe that's why they went belly up, because they were having us test vehicles all the time. But then we were doing Class Bs, and we were the first influencers, content creators that had an RV that was all lithium, and that was back in 2014, I think it was. First production models that came out, and that one we got like 3 within 2 years, because they kept improving the system and the lithium and the layout as they were experimenting with it. And we became kind of their prototypes as we traveled around the country, figuring that if it would work for us, it would work for anybody.
And what I always said, that if it had been a horse, it would have known its way home.
Yeah, because we were
at the factory a lot,
taking those units back to the factory as they tweaked the system and added new features, like heated batteries. But as we moved from that into Class Cs and now fifth wheels, there's no limit. We have no plans to change at all. We really love this Montana, and it's if you're ever around when we're camping, just knock on let us, not in a reasonable time, knock on the door. We'll give you a tour. We'll be touring it when we're down in Florida in a couple of weeks. So I say at a reasonable time, because once we had somebody about 11 o'clock knocking on the door, "Hey, I knew you were here." Oh, okay.
Road trip, buddy.
Do you ever use the teleprompter in making videos? Sometimes when we're doing the podcast, we do in the studio, just because you don't want to make a mistake. But not. I am not using a teleprompter now. However,
with AI, maybe we could just read our answers.
Oh my gosh, I did an AI story once. It was just a short. And first of all, I had AI clone my voice. And then I wrote the script and I sent it to AI, and AI grabbed images and used a fake version of my voice and did the whole story. And it was all AI, and nobody could tell. It's really scary. It's
very scary, because people can do anything. So do not believe even what your eyes see.
Yeah. But
and your ears hear.
We have a teleprompter that we have in the podcast studio, and we use that from time to time, so that we're not constantly juggling, because on a podcast we have so much we have to get across, and you want to get it accurately. So sometimes, just like I did when I was in many years in TV, we have a prompter in the studio, but not on the road or out here. Inka Schultz.
Okay, on the fantasy tour that you did in New England, did they have dog walker day care options? We heard that the Alaskan tour did, as tours were many hours long, maybe because Alaska was so remote.
Well, fantasy doesn't have dog walkers, but they give you a list and you line up your own. First of all, that tour we took was not New England. It was the Maritimes, the Canadian Maritime provinces. And on 2 or 3 of the locations, they had the names of people who would come and walk your dog for you. And it's really neat the way fantasy works is that before the trip, the wagon masters call you up and they ask you what needs you might have or what interests, what would you like to do? And if you have a pet, and then they look at their schedule, and if they're having a long, like a city tour or something that's 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, you're away from camp, then you want to have a pet walker or somebody to come in and open the door and let your pet outside for a little while. So they endeavor to give you a list, but it's up to you to sign those up. Fantasy doesn't, quote, provide those. Does that make sense? I say it
I
right?
think so.
Janet Taylor.
Do you have a bunkhouse for storage?
In the RV, this is not a bunkhouse. This is just, living room. This is a smaller fifth wheel. This is 35 feet.
Yeah, this was the smallest fifth wheel we could get. A couple's
Yeah,
fifth
it's
wheel.
called a couple's fifth wheel. And and some people say, well, why didn't you get something bigger? It's because 35 feet is big enough. And it's all the room we need. We have no problems with storage. We're not even using all the storage that's in here, and the amount of pass-through storage is massive on this thing, and so there's plenty of storage, but we don't need a bunkhouse for it.
And something I think you have to guard against is getting too heavy.
Yes,
because when you have more room, you tend to bring more things.
Yeah, and we've learned not that in and of itself.
Try not to bring
just
too
don't
much.
Bring everything. Yeah. Jim Funkhauser. Hi, Jim. Jim was with us on the Maritimes tour, and they're in Crawfordsville, Indiana, and they're going to a Nexus rally in Shipshewana, just 35 minutes from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, enjoy it. Everybody's going to rallies. This is the season. Sue Demers, they were also in the Maritimes with us. Jim and Carolyn, saying hi to them.
Having a rainy, having rain today. We had rain off and on traveling back home this afternoon.
And yeah, it rained here, and it's still kind of damp out there. Look how dark it is now. Just 2 weeks ago, we were out here and it was still light. Wow. I'm as fast. And TT something or something, ham radio. Have you ever thought of 2 meter or 70 meter very all-star node? I don't do all-star. I use Fusion. Connecting all over the country, or depending on which hub you connect all over the world. Fusion's probably a little more stable, I think, but that's what I use. I use 440, 70 centimeter Fusion node, and it's amazing. I love ham radio. It's my hobby, and it has been since I was 13 years old. And I've gone through many different phases of it, and I still get all excited about it. So Jennifer needs to tell me not to keep talking about it. I just did a video today, and not a lot of people will watch it because not that many people care about it. But I just put it in the truck, so we'll have both GMRS and ham radio as we travel down the road in our new truck, the Beast. Quick reminder,
you never should have named it the Beast.
Community.rvlifestyle.com. Join that if you haven't already. Sign up. Jennifer needs your RSVP if you're going to watch her live stream Thursday night. You can watch that from anywhere. Friday night, we kick off Meetup Week. We are among 5 or 6 different hosts around the country that are putting more in-person gatherings up. Ours, we kick it off. I think we're the first ones Friday night, and we're at a brewery in Southwest Michigan. If you're anywhere near there, come by. I know some people are talking about coming up and camping in the area and then coming to the brewery Friday night. It's a brewery winery. And then we've got some on Saturday, Sunday. Following week, they're in Michigan, Ohio, Texas, Iowa, and Arizona. And we'll be doing this regularly, but we'd love to see it. But please go to community.rvlifestyle.com, sign up. And one more week again to win those 2 prizes that we're giving away from Waggle, the Waggle Pet Monitor. That'll go to one lucky winner. And then the Waggle Camera, which will go to another lucky winner. And you can join multiple times right there.
And I think even if you don't have a pet, these would be good things to have, or do your Christmas shopping early.
Yeah.
Or birthday shopping, or wherever you need to buy somebody a gift who has a pet.
Yep. You can learn all about it at that address as well. Janet Taylor.
My husband gets tired of pulling our 36-foot. He wants to downsize. I'm originally from Topeka, Indiana.
Well, hi, Jana. A lot of people do. You reach a time, and it is a lot of work to tow. We're still in kind of the honeymoon phase. It's been a little over a year. It's been 2.5 years maybe that we've had a fifth wheel, but I can see that. We did some testing on small Class A's earlier this year. I really liked some of them. Didn't find anyone that would convince me to leave the Montana, but I see why some people do downsize. And Class C's are pretty cool. We could see us going back to that again. And Jennifer even thinks maybe someday we'll go back to a Class B. But
if we don't have a 70-pound dog, and
Yeah.
we don't want to wish any ill to our Bobo.
yeah, well, but he's going to be 9 years old in
Mhm.
December. So, and everybody's getting older. Chris Mondo Biondo, thank you, everybody. Hit the like button. Yes, please do that. There's a like button. Let everybody know.
Thank you, Chris.
I hope to see you guys all in the community. We'll be back there. We'll be hanging around there later on tonight. And the nice thing about the community, you can see when people are around or who's near you, and you can instant message them. Thanks, Phyllis in Iowa, for keeping track of all the questions and the comments. Thank all of you guys for being with us tonight. And I hope we got to everybody's questions. And Jennifer, will see you Thursday night on our live stream. You tell me it's only for women, huh? Come on,
These
guys.
days-
Let's crash it.
Yeah, these days you can't tell anybody who can come.
Okay. She'll be live Thursday night talking about preparing for an RV trip. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Happy trails.